Alright, we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. And TJF from the good old Nippons. Just got done eating some breakfast. Got a couple bananas and a smoothie. And now we're gonna have some coffee. Shit, sorry about that. It's not an earthquake, I swear. I just bumped the table. Okay, so I just got in some fresh new beans yesterday. Still from the same Caravan coffee company as previous, but this is a new batch. This is called Finca Casablanca. So this is also a dark roast, but I guess it tastes a little different than the previous one I had. So, and I also got a coffee scoop, which also doubles as a clip for the bag. So that's something I miss from being back home in Mercagen land, because like when I got the French press, they just gave me like a regular old spoon, which is good for like stirring and stuff, but as far as like measuring, you know, grounds or whatever, it's not it, chief. So, or beans in this case, because this is a whole bag of beans, premium beans, or specialty beans, I guess in this case, specialty blend. So, ow, 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 got caught in my thing there. All right, so before we open this bag of beans, let's check some things. Just want to check to see if it's in the chat. Audio levels look pretty good, so that's good. We're not too loud. I think we'll turn the audio down just a little bit. So hopefully it's not too loud. If the levels get too out of control, just let me know. Checking Discord real quick. And I still got the same old name. What the fuck? I don't know what it is with the Discord announcements. They always, it seems like whenever I come into the studio on YouTube, before I change the name and all this other stuff, it just goes with like the previous name. So I don't even know what the fuck the point is anymore. Seems like so it's kind of goofy, but I guess you guys are used to it by now, because it's been like that for a while. I don't know why it's like that though. Weird. But regardless, enough complaining about the Discord. Should probably get skizzers for this, huh? Make the cut nice and clean. That makes sense, right? Okay. Alright. So you might recognize these bad boys from many an unboxing video. Although I actually just got these when I arrived in Japan, so haven't had them too long, but regardless, we'll pin down to the sadness and just clip the side here. I don't need to clip the whole fucking thing. And you just do one of them little numbers. Did I get it, gamers? Did I get it? Looks like I kinda got it. I guess not. Okay. Cut too shallow. That's what I get, right? Okay, so we'll put it like that. Ah, shit. Okay, hopefully it didn't. Oh, perfect. Wow. Hey! Would you look at that? That's what I call a bean hole. Because there's a hole for beans. And nothing else, chat. Okay. do a quick cleanup and then we'll move on to the next phase. I'm definitely one of those clean as you go types. I don't like to leave a mess around for too long. Although they do accumulate over there sometimes off screen where you can't see what's going on. But anyway, back down here to the sadness. So we got ourselves the French press. And oh yeah, that's right. I forgot we have to grind it first. Duh. Okay. So I'll take this out. Okay. And so I'm going to be using the scoop for later once it's all ground, in case you guys are wondering. That way I can measure the coffee a little better rather than just eyeballing it. Right now I'm just eyeballing the beans, because this is pretty forgiving. Like if I do too much, I can just I have a bag that I can put the excess grounds in, need be. Ah shit, there might be smelling the grounds here, definitely getting major chocolatey vibes. Major chocolatey vibes with this one. So I have a pretty good feeling about it. So go ahead, set that off to the side. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, this is coffee made in Japan by this Kisaten called Caravan. So I don't know where it says. Oh, I guess the name's covered up by the fucking sticker. But yeah, it's called Caravan Coffee, and they have all kinds of different flavors. Most of the specialty dark roasts and stuff come in bean form. So if you want that primo dark roast, you got to get a grinder, boy. And then this particular blend, or specialty flavor, I guess, is a Fina Casablanca. So it's a pretty healthy dark roast, is what they've been saying. So now we got our beans in the grinder. One thing left to do is grind them up. So, and we'll take them off the table because I don't want the rumble to get too annoying. Even though this is pretty up there though. But it'll be even more annoying if I leave it on the table. So. Beans get in there, boy. Ah, man. So hopefully you guys are having a good Friday or Thursday, whatever it is, wherever you're at. It's as the title on this stream says, it is rainy season. It's here. We out here, baby. There's not like a stable way to hold it, right? If I do it like this, the whole table shakes, and you know, guess you gotta come on through it, right? So that's how it is. Was that it? Can't be it. Okay. For a second, it felt like we were getting to the end already. I'm like, nah, that can't be right. Put a lot more beans in there. That is faux show. The fun thing about this style of making coffee is you can do it anywhere. The only thing you need is just hot water, really. So I can take this stuff out camping or whatever the case. Okay, there we go. Yeah, definitely gotta clean the insides out. Hear that shit? Alright. Whew. Yeah, definitely gotta get that brush all that shit out. Alright. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now got our nice coarse grounds. And look at that shit. Would you look at it? Yeah. That's that good stuff, huh? Yo! Uchida, Japan. Good stuff, man. Thanks for the like. Do appreciate it. So if you're just tuning in, the type of coffee that I got is Caravan coffee and Safina Casablanca bag of beans. So now we got this. Oh, shit. Probably should have had this heating up the whole time too, right? But no, that would make too much sense. Totally forgot. Yeah. This is what happens when I don't have my coffee. I get like incredibly monkey brained and forget things. I'll just boil the whole bottle in there, fuck it. It'll be fine. At least this way I won't run out, right? I can just pour the excess back. Not a problem. Alright, so we got a little electric kettle here. Plug it in, and this water's room temperature, so it's not going to take as long to heat up as it would be if I were to use this, which I just got this morning. Totally forgot I had some left over, but shogunai and such. Alrighty. So while we wait for the water to heat up, I did want to talk about a couple things. So, excuse me. So one of you guys had suggested that I use my Sony A7C for live streaming, and I've actually tried that out, and the camera does work. So I can use it for live streaming. I don't need any fancy cables or any of that stuff. All I do is just plug it in the USB-C, and we're good to go. But the problem is, I do need an external mic, which I do have, but the way I got it set up is kind of funky. So, like, the setup would really look good, and I'm sure it'll sound good, but it's just, you know, I got the Zoom H2N, and the tripod mount on the inside is stripped, so I basically just set it on the tripod instead of screwing it on. So like any errant bump or something like that, and the whole thing just comes tumbling down. It's pretty rough. So I'm looking into getting a new mic for something like that, but I'm gonna wait until I get a couple more gigs for this month, because I spent like way too much fucking money. Just on stuff I've been kind of neglecting, you know. Nothing, not like any real major purchase, just, you know, stuff around the house. But on the plus side, got some pretty major gigs that are going to be coming due this month, so, you know, it'll all work out. I'm not too worried about it, so. Now, I guess while we wait for our coffee, or our water for the coffee to come to the boil, I guess the one thing we can do is put the coffee grounds in here. So what we'll do is we'll just take the scoop, now that I actually have one, and use that. Now, most people use French presses. Jesus. That is a weak-ass scoop. Yeah. Well, it's not the most level of scoops, but it's pretty close. So we'll do... most people just do like one scoop and call it, but for me, I like a little extra flavor. So we'll do it at roughly half or probably 2/3 of a scoop. Tension's supposed to be 1 1/2, but we'll see. And then we'll just save the rest for the next cup. And if there's any left over, I got a bag of already pre-ground coffee. I can just sprinkle it in, and we'll be good to go. So, use that. Oh man. But yeah, so the thing I'm going to be looking into once I get some muns from gigs is getting a new mic. So what I'm looking at is the Shure MX7, I think is what it's called. It's basically like the USB version of the SM7B. So that way I can get like the quality of the SM7B without having a you know, like an EQ or some sort of other additional device. I just like plug it into the computer and that's it. And yeah, the audio quality isn't going to be quite as good as it, but it's going to be pretty darn close. And I think you'll see like a significant improvement for sure. But I'm just going to wait until some more money from gigs comes in, so I don't want to blow my load too quickly, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, in addition to that, been doing some brainstorming for some new content. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to doing is doing some more stuff on the Edit by Andy channel, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I keep talking about it, but I just never really get around to it because I'm just so like, you know. But you know, I've just been watching some other channels, and you know, I've just really been loving what they put out, and you know, the type of content they put out is not something that a whole lot of other people, I don't really see them doing it. The only other people I see that were doing it were like 2 other channels, and one of them just kind of went off to do like K-pop react videos, which I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's like not really what I signed up for, you know. So, but at least with this, you know, I want to, you know, eventually, you know, talk with other YouTubers, editors, stuff like that, to get more of a glimpse on the insides and behind the scenes and stuff like that. You know, eventually interview creatives as well, you know, with the Creator 101 podcast. So that's something I'm really passionate about, but it's just the whole cloning macaroni, it's making it hard. So anyway, so now we got our nice boiling water. We'll go ahead and pour just a little bit in there, not all the way, about probably 1/3 of the way. Take our trusty spoon and we just mix it up. So the idea behind this is, you know, like I said, it's similar to blending or blooming spices. So you put it in a little bit of oil and just heat it for a few minutes. So this is, I just call it blooming the grounds. So you just stir it, make sure it's nice and incorporated, and just let that sit for a minute. We're at 10:16. Okay. Then once the minute's passed, then you pour the rest of the water in there and wait an additional 5 minutes. And it should be good. So really looking forward to it. I think this is like the least amount of coffee grounds that I've used in the French press, because before I just kind of eyeballed it. But now that I have an actual scoop, it's like, okay, I can get a little more precise with my measurements here, which is good. Because, you know, with French press coffee, or just like coffee in general, really, you know, it's about precise measurements. It's like, get it just right. Plus, you know me, I like to get a little fancy with my coffee. So. Let's see. Just a few more seconds. Then we'll be ready for that. Okay. And we'll just pour the rest of it in. Okay. Jeez. Got water all over the place. I guess it should pan down, huh? So yeah. You can't see it in the camera though, but accidentally spilled some water, which is fine. It's easy cleanup. And that's what we have napkins for, right folks? So now we got this lovely mixture. Go ahead and put the press in there. Ooh, shit. And okay. Then we wait for 5 minutes. Come on, YouTube. Baby, come back. Oh wait, no. It's. Wait a minute. It should be back. Come on. Come on. To maintain smooth. Oh, come on, YouTube. You got this. Ah, come on. Come on, baby. Ah. Why is it like this? Hold on a sec. Let me change some things here. Streaming. Is that enough? Why is it saying that? It should be fine. Why does it keep... Oh, jeez. Why does it keep doing that, though? Okay, let me... Hold on, so wait. Come back. Okay, hopefully it comes back this time. Come on, come on, come on. Don't die on me, damn it. Oh, I think it's coming. I think it's coming. Come on back. Just need to see the thing move. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Hey, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn my VPN off. So sometimes the schedule, or the signal gets a little sketch. So sorry about that. But you guys didn't miss anything. The coffee is still well, not percolating, but just brewing, I guess. It's got like 2 more minutes. It'll be fine. Shit, I forgot completely what we were talking about. The whole stream dying thing kind of threw me off. Oh fuck, what were we talking about? I already talked about the different gear and stuff I want to get. But even then, that being said, I think for me, the priority thing would be getting a new lens for my camera. So I'm probably going to get that before I invest in a new mic and stuff. But just know that it is happening. So we are going to be getting a new mic. It's going to be the Shure MX7. I think that's the name of it. You know, it's basically the USB version of the SM7 Bravo. So that's the one. You can get them fairly decently out here in Japan. Oh, and there's Sarah. Oh, no. Jeez. I hate when YouTube does this to where, like, you want to save something. I just want to save it to my watch later list, YouTube. Come on. Ugh. I have just a few complaints about, just a few, right? About the YouTube UI. And they all have to do with the watch later list, right? So I want it to where if I add something, it'll just either pop up with watch later or have its own dedicated watch later button. It used to have that. Or if you just do like a tap, it'll just add to watch later. And if you want to hold, then it'll bring up like the menu of stuff, instead of just like adding it to like the last thing that you did. So inconvenient. Or just have that as an option to change in settings, something. So there's that, and plus I also want the watch later list to be organized by time, because sometimes I want to watch a bunch of really short videos later. Other times I got like a shit ton of documentaries to watch, and I want to watch those like later, you know? So it does get a little annoying. But anyway, getting off my soapbox for now, because our coffee is ready. Dekimashita. So I knew my complaining about YouTube would come in handy, right guys? Yeah. So I just put the press down. You turn the turn the guy. Okay. I think that's, yeah, should be good. Alright. And it's just that easy. Alright, here's what it looks like. It looks, doesn't look quite as dark as I thought it would be. It looks a little bit lighter. So, I'll tilt the camera back up, and have a little sippity sip for y'all. What's up? Doesn't taste like it has much flavor. Maybe it's because it's too hot. We'll let that, give that a little bit of time there. Maybe a scoop and a half wasn't enough. Might have to be 2.5 scoops. I knew it looked a little light in the grounds. Oh, whatever. You live and learn, right? Maybe once it cools down, it'll taste better. But it did taste kind of watery to me. So, we'll see. Let's see, what else? I already talked about gear. Oh yeah, the other YouTube channel. I did talk about it, but with that new series that I want to do, I'm really excited about it. It's basically just going to be like almost like reacts, but we go into a bit more in depth with things. So I guess the problem I'm having is like trying to like balance out how much I want to talk about, you know, to show off like detail with scenes versus just breaking down every single element of a video. But I think that's going to come out in the edit. You know, it's one of those things that it's kind of hard to plan for. So I'm thinking probably just film the whole thing, and then whatever I find is like the most important parts or whatever, just put those in. Because, like, I don't know, Hayden was able to do it like so effortlessly, it looked like, you know, and he did it within like 13-15 minutes. So that's kind of the time frame I'm aiming for too. Basically, almost like copying his content wholesale in some ways. But then again, I don't see a whole lot of people doing that sort of stuff. You know, like I don't see a whole lot of, you know, video editor reacts. Like if you look that up on YouTube, it's literally just 2 people. It's Hayden Hillier-Smith, which is Logan Paul's editor, and what's his name, Jordan something or other. He's a music video editor that started a channel reacting to music videos, and which later turned into him reacting to K-pop music videos. And yeah, he kind of went off went off the path a little bit, because now he just does strictly K-pop stuff. And I don't know, he got a little too YouTubey, I guess. That makes any sense? You know, he got a little too like, you know, with the soy boy O face and shit like that. Which I wonder if YouTube like sees that little clip of me doing the O face, if they're gonna recommend that in the thumbnail, like the 3 random thumbnails. It's just gonna be me doing like or like, or that's all it's gonna be in the thumbnail choices. Or, you know, which I end up using most of the time anyway. So it's like, all right, YouTube, you know a little too much about me. Just a little too much. Ah, goodness. But yeah, let me check something here real quick. Oh, jeez, fucking. Okay, so it looks like everything's still up. Alright. Let's just make sure, because, you know, I restarted the stream. I don't know if, like, pumped everybody off, or y'all just being kind of quiet today, or what. I don't know. Friday streams are kind of hard to go by, right? And especially this late at night for my Merkgen audience. For me, it's like 10:30 in the morning, though. But yeah, if I stream like way earlier in the morning, that's when I usually do the good numbers. Which is something I don't. I mean, I understand because, you know, there's people working and stuff in the mornings, but like, you know, with English teachers, you know, they usually come in later in the afternoons. So I don't know why they don't just like get up early and stream so they can like get the American audience. Something I never really understood. Okay, it's starting to taste a little better now that it's not so piping hot. But still, it's... Yeah, definitely going to be adding another scoop. Definitely. I thought the scoop and a half would be enough, but nah. It's too watery. I just need a little more oomph to my coffee, you know what I'm saying? So... But yeah, as far as other editing projects goes, I'm still working on a major video project for Eric Surf 6. It's not really food related. It's something a little outside of his usual niche. But I think it's something you guys are really gonna appreciate for sure. And since like hardly anybody's watching, it'd be okay if I talk about it. You guys wouldn't mind if I talked about it, would you? Oh, no one's watching now, so cool, I'll talk about it. Sick. So, Eric, we filmed a 90-minute Bikram yoga session on the beach in Shimoda a few weekends back. And we're going to be putting that out on the YouTubes. So we had like a whole bunch of cameras and stuff set up, and you know, just recorded the whole thing. So right now I'm just editing the footage, and you know, since it's a full 90-minute session, I'm not making any editing cuts. Like, I'm not cutting for time. Like, the only time I do that is at the beginning and the end. You know, just trimming it to have a good start and a good end. But other than that, the rest of the time is just me switching camera angles, which is definitely nice. I do like that. It definitely adds a different nuance to my usual editing style, which is to like make it as short as possible, while still cramming in as much details and stuff as possible. So that's nice. Excuse me. How long has this stream been on for? Don't say, or does it? Used to say. What the hell? Oh, okay, so 9:57, so we started around 10, so we've been up for about a half hour. Okay. I see. Soka. Just fine. It's fine. Oof, goodness. Yep, definitely gonna need that second cup of coffee today. I'll tell you what. So yeah, just putting that stuff together. Probably work on it a bit this weekend because I don't really have any plans or anything. So I'm probably just gonna chill out, do some work, fun stuff. Plus it's rainy season, so like not really a whole heck of a lot you can do anyway. So if you're just do some work, a little bit of self-maintenance, shit like that. So you know, a little bit of work, a little bit of play makes Andy Sand a happy boy. Man, I really need that extra scoop. I thought this would give me that caffeine boost, but not really. Yeah, it's definitely watery. Sad boy hours. Sad boy hours. I should have known something was up, but just gonna do right. Oh well. It has literally no taste. I'm thinking we can do something unprecedented here, folks, because I cannot stand the shenaniganry any longer. So what we're going to do is, oh jeez, that's probably a bad idea, but whatever. We have more napkins. It's okay. So we're going to pour, actually, before we do that, we'll add some more grounds. So add that extra. We need a little more than that. Jeez, it's hard to get it all the way in there. Okay, so I think it's basically about a full scoop. Because dang it, your boy need that flavor that you can only get from premium beans. So, whoa, shit. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to get a whole nother fucking napkin in here at this rate. Shit. God damn. Well, at least we still have some hot water so I can reclaim what was lost. Alright. So we're doing it and doing it and doing it again. Because that was not enough. Sorry. I had to do a little recall there, folks. Sometimes you just gotta know when to do something over. And it's okay, you know, we're learning with the scoops and all that. So just gotta remember 2.5 scoops and not 1.5, because that's too fucking weak. Alright, so 37, 40, 42. 42. So 10:42 my time. I'm gonna be getting it out of this guy. So hopefully I'm gonna get a new napkin because this one's all soaked up with the water and the coffee and these Pete's. Hey, hey. Hiya. Oh, okay. Hooey. Oh, I had the live tickers back on. It was off there for a little bit, but excuse me, now it's back on. So good. I've been streaming for about 40 minutes now. Nice. Fucking nice-oo. And looking forward to getting some coffee juice So some of that heretical bean juice, so I can get going this morning. Just a little, not like, I'm just not like fully awake right now. I'm kind of on like 50% brain power. Brain power. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So, bruh. What is this? Hopefully there wasn't any copyrighted shit on there. Sorry, I'm just looking through my YouTube stuff waiting for my coffee. Nice. Goodness. Alrighty. Oh, Andy Virgo, what up, dude? Check out, yeah, how's life? Wish you got on earlier, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I don't know why I didn't get on earlier. I'll have to keep that in mind, because I know you guys go to bed pretty, well, early my time. But yeah, life's going pretty good, just waiting on my coffee to finish up. I had to put it back in because it wasn't quite done. It's all watery and gross. But yeah, you know, this month's gonna be pretty busy for me because it's final projects and stuff like that. One thing that I'm really working on, really getting pretty stoked about, it's gonna be like a very major project if I'm able to get it off the ground. That's the thing I'm worried about, because it's for our like news writing class, communication. Well, it'll be a writing class, not communications. But so we're supposed to do an interview with someone, and I put in the request for someone who I really like, and as far as like the content and stuff like that goes, and them as a person too. I think just from what they show on camera. I don't want to give too much of it away because I don't want to jinx it, but it could be a major get in more ways than one if I'm able to get them on. So yeah, like the thing is, you know, a lot of people get really hung up on their sub counts or their view counts or whatever, or their lack thereof usually, and I don't really believe in that shit, man. Like, I've talked with so many, you know, high-level YouTubers and stuff like that, and like, who the hell am I, right? Like, I don't even have like 2,000 subs, and some of them, you know, have a bad day if they don't get that many subs. So, you know, who am I to judge? So how long until you get done with school in general? 3 more semesters. So I should have my degree around this time next year. So it'll be late July, early August. That's when I'm scheduled to graduate. So I'm really looking forward to that, especially. I feel like I've been in school like almost my entire life at this point. And once I get my bachelor's, I think I'll be done. He says until he decides to go for his master's. I know. Yeah, somebody did say that I could go for like my MBA or something like that in Thailand, or something. I think it's Thailand, and it's like super cheap out there. Like he basically did it like he took like a semester off to like go study over there. Then he would come back, teach for the rest of the year, and then like go back for 3 months to study or whatever. I wish I had joined the forces like you. If I had worked in the kitchen, it would be better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, if you manage to stay the full 20, or you know, had something happen to you or whatever, you know, you get disability checks. That's pretty nice, but you know, it's a trade-off. But still, yeah, definitely the benefits are pretty nice, you know. Yeah. Next up down in 2000. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is a lot of people, and you know, that's something that a lot of these, you know, small level YouTubers don't really recognize. It's just the scale of everything. Like, everybody's scale is like very relative. Like, I remember, well, I mean, I do for like the GI Bill, but as far as like other stuff, no, not really. Not from the military, anyway. But you know, that's a whole nother thing in and of itself. I don't really want to talk about. I mean, you can apply for disability and stuff. So, like, if something happened to you, then, you know, after it's been reviewed and everything, and if they determine your disability rating, then you get a paycheck based on it. Sometimes they reduce the disability rating if it like heals over time or doesn't like hamper you or whatever. It's a lot to it that even I don't know about, so it's kind of hard for me to talk about in full detail, because I'm no you know, disability specialist or whatever. No, I'm 35 and out of shape. Yeah, same, bro, same. But you'd be surprised, actually, because I know the military is really hard up for people. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard saying now, because, like, obviously, you know, things are winding up with old Colonial Macaroni, and the job market is pretty high up, but people aren't applying to certain jobs. That was kind of an article that I read yesterday talking about that. But it's mostly just like lower level jobs. So it's kind of funny, because like I heard all about these, like, millennials are killing X industry, and now it looks like not so much the millennials, but more Gen Z is killing the retail and fast food industry, because everybody is applying for jobs, but they're not applying to those jobs. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, the military definitely isn't for everyone, but, you know, for me, it's hard to say, like, who it is and isn't for. Like, to me, like, the real litmus test on determining if it's right for you is to enlist, you know? And that's a pretty big ask for a lot of people, which is understandable why not a whole lot of people join. But, you know, that being said, not a whole lot of people make it past their initial enlistment anyway. Most people just end up getting out after their first enlistment and go on to do other things. Whoa, shit. Okay, this one's kind of floating over a little bit. So, you know, even if you do one term like I did and deuce out, that's fine. You know, you get the GI Bill, which allows you to go to school for free, get a paycheck, stuff like that. You also get a bunch of access to, you know, disability options. You get the veteran home loan, which gives you like a pretty generous loan at a very low interest rate. Get access to a bunch of other stuff as well, even stuff I probably don't even know about. You know, it's just a whole bunch of different options. But, you know, for you in your particular situation, I think that window is definitely closed. Sorry. It's mostly just due to the age thing. Like, technically, there was one guy I remember back in basic who was 35. He had to get a shit ton of waivers, though. But, so it is possible if you really, really want it. But, I don't know. Like, There's no way I would do it now, for sure. It's definitely something you got to do when you're younger, because you have the stamina and the tolerance for shit like that. Like if I were to go in now, like no way, it's too much. You know. The guy left rifle after 2 weeks. Fuck. Yeah, good luck with that. Escape from base and help a school bus for a ride back to the city. Shit, man. Yeah, that's the thing, man. There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers. We actually had some guy like jump the fence. He didn't have a rifle or anything, but yeah, we had one guy try to escape, and base security caught him and brought him back to our division. So he managed to finish out his term with us. So, well, I mean, the risk of death is okay. That's much better. Okay, so definitely 2.5 scoops. Definitely 2.5 scoops. Gotta remember that. Yeah, that 1.5 scoop business is too water. But this, okay, I can fuck with this. But yeah, you know, the risk of death is there in any branch, no matter what you do or where you're at, you know. But I guess, you know, for the Navy, it's a lot less than like Army and Marines, but you know, the threat of death is everywhere with that. I mean, you know, you can look at the collisions and stuff of the McCain and the Fitzgerald, you know, 2 sister ships back when I was stationed in Yokosuka. You know, we would go out underway with them a lot. You know, McCain and Fitz. Mostly Fitz. I'd say Fitz was definitely our sister ship. Fitz and Steedham. And you know, they lost, what, 7, 9 sailors from the collision with the cargo boat, because it fucking ripped a hole in their berthing and, you know, killed a shit ton of people sleeping in the racks. Like, that's fucking scary, dude. But, you know, it is one of those things that sometimes keeps me awake at night. You know, just thinking about how because like I thought, you know, I was in a warship, man. Like, you know, I was fucking safe. Like, if shit went down, I was in the safest place possible, right? But, you know, shit can always go sideways. But that's life in general, right? Like, you know, shit could go sideways for me right here, right now. Like, you know, Kanto is set to have a major earthquake at some point, eventually, and who's to say it, you know, won't happen on stream? You know, it could happen. Probably likely will happen. You know, not on my stream, hopefully not. But you know, possibility of death is everywhere. But that being said, you just gotta go about to live your life, man. Worry about dudes checking out the shower. You get used to it. But nah, like it's not an open bay shower if that's what you're wondering. They're all closed off, so you don't have to worry about that shit for the most part. And if there's any sort of harassment, you can definitely report that shit. So. And warship's going to be a target for missiles. Yeah, but missiles take a while to destroy the ship. That's the thing. And plus, for me, like, I think being a sonar tech, for the most part, put me at a pretty advantageous position because of where I was at on the ship, you know? So, because I was, like, all the way forward, if shit went down, usually missiles would attack, like, midships or something like that. So, if shit went down, I would have enough time to get out of whatever space I was in, get to the forecastle, get on the life raft, and GTFO pretty darn quickly. That's one of the nice things about that. But, you know, if you're an engineer or a CS or an LS or something like that, they mostly work in midships. Yeah, you'd be kind of fucked, I'd say. Or if it was a torpedo or something, they always go for the for aft, for the fantail. So thankfully, my emergency evacuation center was the forecastle, all the way forward. So pretty safe. See things other than I can see. Yeah, definitely. I remember when we were down in Australia by the Great Barrier Reef, and being a sonar tech, you get to hear all the biologics in the water. And so we turn on the stuff and just like kind of listen to what was going on. And you could just hear all different kinds of animals, you know, different whales, seals, like snapping shrimp, and all this other stuff. It was pretty wild. Dolphins. Yeah, I remember a couple of people coming down to sonar control. No worries, man. Have a good night. I'm going to be sipping some coffee. Trying to wake up. But yeah, oyasumi nasai, any to Virgo. Yeah, beast. Yeah, 2.5 scoops is definitely the way to go. Probably might even go up to 3. I think it could probably take this up to 3. Alright, later. Oh my fuck, what were we talking about before that? Ah, jeez. Come on, caffeine. Usually when I'm like halfway through this cup of coffee, like my brain kind of turns on to like 75% at this point. I'm still like, not quite thinking. Like I'm awake, but is my brain really awake? You know, so. Sorry for the shit stream, guys. I thought my brain would be a little more awake by now, but regardless. And then we had that shit happening with the connection issues. Well, they can't all be winners, right? Dang old rainy season. So, yeah. But, oh, now I remember what we were talking about. So, it was about this major final project for one of my classes. So, for that class, we're supposed to do an interview. And I've sent out an email proposing an interview with some people who I really look up to. I watch their content like all the freaking time, and they're out here in Japan. Again, I don't want to say their names because I don't want to jinx it, but they're pretty well known in the community. So yeah, I just wanted to do an interview with them for my class. And also, you know, kind of use it as a means of, you know, networking with them. So if they need like an extra camera person or whatever, you know, maybe I could step in and help out, you know, because like I said, big fans of what they do, and yeah, I definitely want to work with them for sure. You know, I think it'd be really fun getting to make that sort of content. But again, I don't want to say their names or anything just yet because they haven't committed to anything yet. So, but if all goes well, like it can go extremely well. You know, and it could be something to where, you know, it could be a very lucrative opportunity for me. And even if nothing comes of it, past the interview, you know, just being able to get the interview and talk with them and stuff. You know, I'm fine with that as well. You know. But I do want that to kind of be, in ways, in addition to it being a final project, I also wanted to kind of help launch the Edit by Andy channel into something really big, because I don't know, I've just been doing a lot of thinking and stuff, and you know me, I do a lot of this stuff from time to time, so I know there's gonna be some OGs in the chat being like, ah, shit, here we go again. Old Andy Sands thinking about quitting YouTube. I'm not thinking about quitting YouTube. Honest to goodness. I'm just thinking about shifting my focus a little bit. So, with the Yeah, I have been focusing a little more on Andy Japandi when I can. You know, with finals and stuff coming up, I can only do so much really, because I have a bunch of other stuff on my plate. But I've been doing that for a while, and I don't know. I just see that as more of a hobby channel. Not that any of my channels were like really super serious, but if I were to take one of them and make it serious, it would definitely be the Edit by Andy channel, because that one still is my consistent earner. But my problem with that channel, and the reason I didn't go all in on that channel, was because, well, for one, the newer tutorials aren't doing that well compared to the older ones. It's all the older ones that are making all the money. The newer ones don't make shit, and they don't get any views or any comments or anything like that. It's all the older ones. And plus, I'm getting kind of tired of doing those tutorials too. It's like, I don't mind doing them every once in a while. If you couldn't tell from the upload, the schedule on that, but yeah, just doing them all the time and only doing those, it's just, So I was thinking about different ways I could go about it, and then I came up with the originally it was supposed to be the Creator 101 podcast, where I interview creatives like you, interview other creative people, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, stuff like that. And I might still end up doing that, but it's just right now it's not a good time for it. I gotta build my channel up a little bit more, just to kind of get the wheels in motion with it. But as far as this video editor reacts niche, I think I can make a really, really big go with it. Kind of breaking down really popular videos and, really showing more of the psychology behind why they did stuff and what certain cuts and music changes and stuff like that mean in an edit. Now, goodness. Now, obviously, I wouldn't have their full Premiere Final Cut timeline or whatever in front of me, so I couldn't say for certain. But it's just educated guesses based on my own experiences and stuff. So, yeah, really looking forward to that one. So, man, I really thought that I would be a little more caffeinated by now. So I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of out of it right now. I did get a good amount of sleep though, I promise. But this caffeine is not hitting me yet. So, alright. Well, I think it's already pretty late, so I gotta get going for school here shortly. So, just want to come on here and, chat shit, I guess, for a little bit. So, alrighty. So, with that said, guys, this is Andy. Sign out for now. And as always, forever, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.